Hey everybody, it's Never. I'm here in Storm Peaks, flying up high free as a bird, because I am one. And I wanted to talk to you about something. So there was a person that asked me a question on YouTube recently, and you know who you are. You'll know that you started this whole thing that this video is made of. And this person was asking, hey Never, I'm kind of new to the game. Where do you get all your information? How'd you learn so much about the game? Well, most of it's just experience. I've been playing this game for over 10 years, and after a while you kind of learn stuff. But I'm going to show you some of the resources that I use right now to get news and to get details and information about the game. So let's pop right over to the big one. The first one is Wowhead. Now Wowhead is kind of indispensable, and really if you were only going to use one, I would say this is it, because Wowhead has really great news. It's got information about everything you could possibly want, but beware that if you're trying to stay away from spoilers, this is kind of one of the last places you ever want to go. All you got to do is search for something. So if I wanted to know everything about the Dark Moon Fair, I just type it on in and then wait for it to tell me what it knows. And look, here's everything there is to know about Dark Moon Fair. Here's the faction, here's a quest called it, here's a quest called it, here's some more stuff, here's the event, and there's guides for it. But the real gem here, other than just the fact that it's all laid out so perfect, is the comments. Because there's people that spend all kinds of time just putting in all sorts of good stuff about how to do everything. So anything you want to know, it's there. You can go here just and drill down into the database. You can look at battle pets and all their abilities, or hunter pets if somebody would do that, and every spell in the game. So Wowhead's just kind of this exhaustive concordium of everything about WoW. So that's how you learn about what stuff is and where stuff is, how to do quests. I mean, look up any quest name and it'll tell you how to do it, or the thing you're missing if you can't figure it out. But how do you play your class? How do you do that raid boss? Well, Wowhead has a lot of that, but a resource I think might be a little easier to digest for that is Icy Veins. This is a little similar. It's got it for kind of all the Blizzard games, but you can come here and you can look up any class and spec, and you can see a guide written by a current very high-ranking person for that spec who knows it inside and out, and it breaks it down so well. Here's the different options for your talents and why some are good, why some are bad. It's not just cookie cutter, do this, do that. It's here's our recommendations, or this one doesn't matter, all of that sort of stuff. And everything like your rotation and your cooldowns and your abilities. Here's a simple way to play it. Now there's cases where this information may be superseded, but if you have to ask, this is probably good enough for what you're doing. By the time this will no longer apply, you've already figured out what you need to do in the first place. So similar to classes, it has every raid ever, or at least every current raid. But there's older stuff in there too, and you can go as like, oh look, Gruul and Blackrock Foundry, how do I do it? Well, if you're a tank, here's tank info, here's DPS info, here's healer info, here's info for everyone. There's even videos they link in here, so it's an excellent resource for just how to do stuff. One last thing they do really well is the events. So if you want to know how to do a holiday, just pop over here and here's all the stuff you can get, here's how to get it, everything you want to know. Icy Veins is fantastic for how to do stuff. And then here's MMOChampion. Now, here's another place that is just spoilerific beyond belief. So if you're trying to stay away from spoilers, then stay away from here. Also, just like the official WoW forums, you should know that the forums here have a high level of toxicity for the most part. That doesn't mean that people are bad, that doesn't mean the site is bad, because I go here a lot. But I kind of stay away from the forums because there is an overwhelming tidal wave of negativity ready to hit you in the face. But the format for MMOChampion is very good. You've got very high quality, high detail pictures of stuff as it comes out. You've got videos showing stuff, whatever it happens to be, whether it's a new mount or, like this. Don't look at this if you don't want hunter spoilers. And it's got blue tweets from Twitter or things that Ghostcrawler still says. Figure that out. But my point is that it's a very effective way to just keep up on news, and anything that happens that's really important and relevant to the game will show up here, from blue posts on the forums all the way to weird little things that people do in different places. So that's MMOChampion. Finally, you've got the World of Warcraft subreddit. This is more of a hit or miss in some cases, but it's a really wonderful place that combines sort of the feel of the official forums with something like MMOChampion. There's a lot of news that comes here. If you're unfamiliar with Reddit, it's in the simplest form, it's a site where content shows up because of how people vote on it. If something is good, people upvote it. If something is bad, people tend to downvote it. Now, they can do this subjectively, and sometimes people upvote things that are terrible or downvote things that are useful. It's really what people want to do. If you want to keep on the latest stuff, just go to the news section, and this is everything that people say. Sometimes it's just really weird stuff. You'll see, hey, should I come back to WoW? Over and over and over again right now. Because that's what people do. They come here and ask the same questions over and over again, which is why I made a video about whether you should come back to WoW or not. The short answer is, yeah. And then if you stick with a hot, this is the things that are getting the most upvotes, or at least the most visibility right now. And it's usually, beyond that, this plus MMOChampion's about all the news you need, but also Wowhead does have a fair bit of news in with itself. Somewhere around here there's a news button, but I can't remember where it is, so I don't really care. Anyway, that's where I get some of my information. I hope that's helpful to some of you. Okay, thanks, bye.